Just finished a whole day of coaching. Usually do most of my coaching on a Monday and a Tuesday, but because we're travelling down to the Scilly Isles and we're in Gloucester, or Cheltenham even, or somewhere anyway. So I had to decide, I didn't have to do anything, I decided to do all my coaching calls today. And it's quite a funny feel, like I do feel, I always feel done in after a coaching day in a different way to anything else, because it's like an extractive process. Like it feels like you're just giving all day as much as you can. You're listening and you're taking it in, and you're doing your best to give people what they need, not what you think they need. No misfortune shall we see, 'cause I'm going for telling my body. It's a beautiful night here, and we're going to go down to the Scilly Isles, but tomorrow we're going to go and just shoot some stuff, I think, around the Lake District. No, we're not there anymore. We're going to go and shoot some stuff around the Cotswolds, which was the whole reason we came here. And then we're going to go to Penzance, and then we're going over to the Scilly Isles. And luckily, where most people feel fatigued and tired by a lot of work, I have an infatigable resource of winning inside of me, and it just means that I win every single day. So that's what I've been up to today, just winning again, suffering and winning. And I had a pretty interesting coaching call today with someone who thinks that it's possible to make a bunch of art and be visible and feel good. And I think it's an interesting perspective. Number one, I don't think the point of life is to feel good. Number two, I think if you're going to create anything significant, you have to be willing to put your life up and put it out of the way and serve and make stuff. And it's a lot of fun, and it's also very hard. So today I am feeling like I'm ready to go and get a little beer. I'm looking forward to meeting the King of Scilly, and I'm hoping that maybe he will name me king as well when I go there, which we're in with a chance, because the woman who's booked us for the gig is, I think her husband runs the Scilly Isles basically. So it's pretty cool. Now we're going to go and eat some dinner. As I'm rolling down the line. So we are travelling again. We were last night in Cheltenham because we played a show the night before up in the Lake District in a church from the 1300s, which was amazing. The graveyard had gravestones in there from the 1400s. It was absolutely incredible. And we're driving from Cheltenham down to Penzance, but we're going today to go and hang out in Dartmoor National Park, which is halfway between Cheltenham, where we just were, and Penzance, where we're going before we head over to the Scilly Isles. So we're going to go check out this amazing spot in Dartmoor and see what's happening there. We're in Dartmoor, just arrived, and we're looking for the jungle somewhere in there, but it's just unbelievable. Like, there's nowhere like this in Scotland. It's absolutely incredible. it's interesting how songwriting is like sampling. Like when I started making music, the first experiences I had making music as a grown-up, like I used to sing all the time as a little kid, but the first experiences I had as a grown-up really making music properly was making beats, making songs in the hip-hop sense of getting a sample off of a vinyl and then taking a little piece of that sample and turning it into a new song by getting drums, making it longer, extending it or making it shorter, and taking elements of it and turning it into a new thing. And I always thought hip-hop and folk had this resonance because it's about finding a new life for an old idea. And quite often when I'm chatting to people who are songwriters, especially when I'm helping them make music, they'll say that they're concerned about making a song that sounds like something else. But actually, I think about songwriting as sampling. Like when I am going into a songwriting process, I'll hear something that I think, I love the energy of that, I love the feeling of that. And that sense of familiarity is often something that I'm looking for when I'm writing songs. And when you hear two birds in the wild, you know, calling to each other, what they're doing is they're copying the song off of each other. And I think there's something beautiful about finding those old melodies or structures or shapes, like you're putting your own spin on it. But I think there's a lot of beauty in the idea that you're just creating something to put back on the pile, that there's nothing really truly new, and all you're really doing is just adding your little piece to the mountain of stuff that's there. You can only build on the top of what's already been built. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting till the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and I watch them roll away again. Oh, I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay.
We're just going to head over to the Scilly Isles now. So we're in Penzance and we're about to put our stuff in the boat. And I'm hoping that there's a morning roll on the boat. We'll see.
Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything's still the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to. So I guess I'll just.
So Lucy says you'll be sailing with hundreds of runners who are taking part in the Scilly 60 race this weekend. So shall we join in?
Yeah. Cool. We've got Adam, Jen and Thora, is that right? Yeah, that's right.
Leave me alone. 2,000 miles I roam just to make my way back home. And I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Lucy joined the club a year ago and just was really active, really involved, and then got in touch to say that she's heavily involved in helping to run the Scilly Isles and asked me to come over and play a couple of shows. So we are headed to do that. I think they have quite a good relationship with various musicians that go out there and perform and do different things. So we're going to go out and play a couple of gigs and hang out in Scilly. Every road, every breath, every move Every
And
step.
I'm just editing. 99% of songwriting is editing. I've got hours and hours of voice memos and notes in my phone and on my laptop that a lot of the work of making a record is really just allowing myself to be in that landscape and feel it and listen, see what's working, see what isn't. It's kind of like a sense of letting it brew. So I'm working through these voice notes, I'm working through these pages, and my plan for being on the boat today is to finish a few things because I've got a lot of seeds that are close, they're getting pretty close, but I just want to finish them. And that takes a bit of pressure, applying a little bit of pressure. So that's my plan.
Midnight cries, let's dry our tears, running down the fading years. Every moment held and shared, call my name and I'll be there. I'll be there for you, darling. I'll be there for you, darling, rain or sun. I'll be there for you, darling.
So we got the boat over from Scilly, we got the first boat over to Scilly, and then you get this wee boat which takes you over to Tresco, and it's amazing. I've never seen anything like this, honestly. It's kind of like the cousin of Orkney, or the cousin of one of these northern islands in Scotland. It's amazing, and we're on this wee boat. Looking forward to a bit of lunch.
And we'll get your luggage off.
As I was saying, just 6 short hours after leaving the Premier Inn in Penzance, we're here in Tresco. Oh, blue-eyed women crying in the station, and I wish that there was something I could do. As the grief is rolling through her like a freight train, and I wonder why she feels so low and blue. If her daddy's gonna tell her it gets harder, if her lover's gonna tell her that she's free, as a bird that flies across the widest ocean, as a wind that does along the rolling sea. Everything's gonna be alright, people come and people go. Everything's gonna be alright, darling, don't you know? Oh, out there in that wilderness there's someone that will hold you through the night. And if you find that feeling in the darkness, it's something that'll lead you to the light. Everything's gonna be alright, people come and people go. Everything's gonna be alright, darling, don't you know? Everything's gonna be alright, people come and people go. Everything's gonna be alright, darling, don't you know? Everything's gonna be alright, people come and people go. Everything's gonna be alright, darling, don't you know? Everything's gonna be alright, people come and people go. Everything's gonna be alright, darling, don't you know?